Not sure what Johnny's doing here, but he's looking at the Cobra Kai ad that Terry Silver made for his new dojos. And I think he's just frustrated knowing that they're trying to stop Cobra Kai. But in the next shot, Sam opens the door to Johnny at the LaRusso house, which he then looks upon Amanda and Chosen, and it definitely looks like something might have happened to Daniel. We see Terry Silver is threatening Daniel and saying that nothing in his life will ever be the same again. Remember, Kreese was bad enough, but Silver goes past the line and there is no sense of mercy with him. Even though Kreese believed in no mercy, Silver is far worse. We see that Daniel has got quite a bad bruise, and he is with Chosen and Johnny. He definitely looks like he got in a bad fight, but with who? Did he get jumped by the Cobra Kai senseis? Was this something that Terry Silver plotted? I honestly think it would be. We see Chosen and Johnny walk into one of the Cobra Kai dojos, which looks like the same dojo that Devon Lee was in, which was Topanga. But now one of the senseis of Cobra Kai has taken over, and also it looks like this might be linked in with that scene that we saw in the teaser where Johnny and Chosen visited this dojo. It might be that they are looking for Tori, or it's that they are looking to get back at Cobra Kai because maybe they ambushed Daniel. Because from what the clothes they're wearing, it looks like it's the same scene from earlier on. It looks like they are on a mission, and Chosen and Johnny are not like Daniel. They would probably go straight in and stop Cobra Kai if they can. This is definitely going to be one of the most badass team-ups, and I'm so hyped to see this. Johnny definitely looks like he's going to handle this sensei. And this actor, who was actually at the Cobra Kai Live and Badass event in LA, because I remember when I was there, he was part of the demo they did on stage, and he was definitely performing there and looks the exact same. So he was in LA at the Live and Badass event doing that display with the other stunt actors. Now these are very quick shots, but we see Chosen is teaching the Eagle Fangs and Miyagi-Dos his style of karate, which is still Miyagi-Do, but we know he is very much more offensive and knows the true form of Miyagi-Do. You can see Robbie here next to Eli, and if you look very carefully behind Sam, you can see Miguel. You can see the black hair and you can see his legs. That is definitely Miguel Diaz. Another shot where Robbie and Sam are doing the wheel technique in front of the students and the senseis, but also, if you look to the left, there are 4 people dressed up very formally, and some of them have even boards. I think these guys could be actual tournament officials. They definitely don't look like they're from the All Valley board, because we would have seen them. But they might be part of another tournament board. This actually could be a national tournament board or even a global tournament board. Because why are they assessing the students like this? It looks like they are really assessing their ability. But when we get to the next shot, you can see them. When we get to the next shot, you can see them also in Cobra Kai taking notes and looking at what they can do. It looks like they might be assessing Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang's ability to actually qualify for maybe their tournament. This might be completely different to the All Valley, where you actually have to prove that you are one of the best dojos. And if this is something like a national or global tournament, there has to be different entry requirements, as there would be way more dojos involved. So there's definitely a lot going on. We get a shot of 7 senseis, including Sensei Kim, and it looks like this is when Johnny and Chosen were fighting that sensei on the right. You can see Tyron Woodley and Stephen Thompson, who were announced a while ago to be involved in Cobra Kai Season 5. And Stephen Thompson had made this clear on the MMA Hour podcast with Ariel Hawani that he was going to be involved. It's pretty cool they've used actual legitimate MMA fighters in this. But in particular, Stephen Thompson actually is a karate expert. And it's pretty awesome he's one of the senseis for the Cobra Kai dojos. I'm very glad that they made Johnny and Chosen the thumbnail, because this is definitely one of the coolest shots we've ever seen in Cobra Kai. This could be right before Sensei Kim and the other senseis come out and they are fighting maybe that one sensei, but then they get outnumbered with those guys, which is definitely going to be trouble for them. We see another shot where Eli and Kenny are fighting, and Eli has the mohawk back and it's green. which I think is really cool because I had a prediction it was going to be orange. Like the gi inside was orange, and on the back of the Miyagi-Do logo, you can see the sunset. But it actually makes more sense that he went with green because of the bonsai tree. And I think that is really him fully embracing Miyagi-Do. I'm curious why they are fighting, but it does make sense when we get to the next few shots. But we can see another shot of Tori and Devon fighting Sensei Kim, which is probably her trying to prove who's more worthy in the dojo. We then see Devon and Sam fighting in the Cobra Kai dojo, which again is interesting because where is Tori? Why isn't Tori fighting Sam instead? We know that Sam is definitely going to whoop Devon's ass, but why isn't Tori fighting Sam? Did she leave, or did she decide that she wasn't going to fight Sam and decided to quit? We don't know, but it's strange that she's not fighting Sam. Or maybe she is in this shot and she's just not seen. In this shot with Devon and Sam, you can see those officials from another tournament board in the back. Supposedly, they're from a tournament. But what I find interesting and what proves that they are from a tournament board is that this guy right here was a referee in season 4 of Cobra Kai. He was at the All Valley tournament. So the fact he is here looking on Sam and Devon, it looks like these two dojos might be going head to head to maybe qualify for a tournament. And I think it makes total sense that this is a qualifier because you wouldn't have tournament officials there. And on top of that, why is there a referee from the All Valley tournament? It definitely doesn't make sense unless Cobra Kai are running their own tournament and they want to prove that they're the best in the valley. It might be quite interesting, or maybe, just maybe, Miyagi-Do have got to prove that Silver cheated and maybe they're replaying the fight. But it would be strange because Devon wouldn't be fighting Sam. It would have been Sam fighting Tori. We see another shot of Kenny, which looks like he's fighting Tyron Woodley's character. And I think he might be jumping off Kyla. Not sure what happened, but maybe Tyron Woodley was whooping their ass. And then Kenny decided to jump over Kyla and go for the flying kick. It's a very quick glance, but we get to see Miguel, Eli, and Robbie together. This is badass. These are the best 3 male students in the karate dojos, and it's so cool that we get to see them together. They're definitely doing some really cool kata, and I can't wait to see these 3 interact more. One of the biggest parts of the trailer was definitely this: Terry Silver fighting Daniel LaRusso. Now, he looks very smug, and he looks like he's about to go all in against Daniel, and Daniel looks like he's about to throw down as well. But if you look closely, Daniel's knuckles look like they're bloody, which is interesting. It might be a parallel to the moment his knuckles got bloody. It might be a parallel to the scene in Karate Kid 3 when his knuckles got bloody when he was punching the wooden board and when Terry Silver was telling him to make sure he destroys it. This is actually crazy because I didn't think they were going to fight originally in season 5, but now it looks like they will, and we will also. But I think this actually could be the moment that Daniel gets beaten up bad, which is why he has the bruises in those scenes, and also why Johnny and Chosen go to that Cobra Kai dojo. Maybe they're looking for Silver, but then they run into the other sense. It makes total sense because who else is going to bruise and beat the hell out of Daniel? Like, if it's not the Cobra Kai senseis, it might be Terry Silver. Where are they? Is he in the LaRusso house? We don't exactly know where, but he even could be going to Terry Silver's mansion and fighting. Maybe he thinks he needs to take on this offensive approach more seriously and face Silver head first and face his demon. Daniel's also wearing the same clothes and has the same rough look and the beard as he did in that shot when he was looking at his family photo. This actually could be his annoyance for maybe Terry Silver putting his family in so much danger that maybe he's going to deal with it personally, and maybe he even told his family to go away for a bit while he decides to stop Silver in his own way. Because we know Terry Silver is not going to be showing any mercy and he will go over the line, as I said. We finally get to see Kreese, as we know he went into prison at the end of season 4, and it looks like he's getting counseling while he's in there. Now, in the shots with him fighting other prisoners, it looks like that Martin Kove is not only going to be in this scene, but we're going to see Barrett Carnahan, who played young Kreese. Now, when I was in my live stream, It looks so familiar from the back that this was young Kreese. And why would they show a random prisoner fighting this guy in front of him? It's got to be young Kreese, and it looks like Barrett from the back. This might actually be Barrett doing some of the fight scenes for Martin Kove. It might be that Kreese is hallucinating, and maybe we will get to see him fight more as his young self. And this actually is a very cool opportunity to see young Kreese and current Kreese fighting in a scene. I actually really think this is smart, and I love this idea. But so many people kept saying this is Mike Barnes. This looks nothing like Mike Barnes. Even if this was the stunt double, this just looks too familiar. But we are definitely getting a lot of Kreese scenes in prison, and we're getting a prison fight, which we all hoped for. We're not sure if we're going to see Trail Cruz, but it would be awesome if we did. Now guys, that is the trailer. What a big trailer for season 5. I will be sure to do another one, as there'll probably be so many details I missed. If there's anything you noticed, please comment them down below in the description. Don't forget to like this video if you want to see more breakdowns like this. Don't forget to subscribe to Cobra Kai Nation right now with all notifications, so you don't miss any of my videos. You do not want to miss this. Thank you for watching. As always, this was a really big video, and I hope to see you next time.